Yeah, it's the Archivest, y'all. Exclusively interviewing Mr. DJ Nana.
What's going on, world?
And who is DJ Nana?
DJ Nana. As of right now, he's a 30-year-old entrepreneurial producer, DJ, music connoisseur, Canadian artist, repping Waterloo, T-Dot, and now I'm out in Van City with my people.
And with Live Vision, tell us about your recent Asian tour and your experiences from it.
So basically, in late May to the beginning of June, I was lucky enough to go out to Taiwan and Hong Kong with my boy Dio of Art of Fresh and Dio of his stage-driven program. Yeah, it was the first time that I was ever out in Asia, and it definitely was an experience and something that I would, like anyone who has the opportunity to go out to Hong Kong must take that opportunity. In everyone's lifetime, they should be able to get out to Asia at least once. Just the scene, the energy, the vibe alone was something that was like encouraging and motivating for me to work harder to get back out there and reach more people. But yeah, basically we were out there representing Canada. There was a event called the Canadian Blast that Canadian Music Week puts together. Certain artists are allowed to apply to come down there. It's a music conference during the day and showcases during the evening. So Dio and I were lucky enough to be the dudes representing hip-hop for Canada. Julie Black was also out there. A few different rock groups are also out there representing Canada. So yeah, look out in the future. There's going to be the Hong Kong Blast in Canada next year during Canadian Music Week out in Toronto during March 2011.
And tell us what it's like to be a personal assistant for Saul Guy, working with Kanon, Chaos, KRS-One, Gangstar, Bless, and Cardinal Offishall from the past.
When you're young and enthusiastic, you almost do anything to just get in the presence or actually rub shoulders, hoping like some magical dust will drop onto you and you'll be able to be like the next whatever it is that you're aspiring to be. So the time spent with each one of those gentlemen or entities was definitely an experience in its own, for good or bad. Like definitely things that taught me on how to carry myself in the future. Saul was definitely a huge mentor. There's another one of his assistants, Alain Graham, that I used to call my guru, and Saul being my mentor, as he's one of the dudes in this country who's like a mogul, has done a lot of things first in terms of like helping put Canadian hip hop on the map. So with that, those experiences just let me know that like I'm grateful, and definitely like I'm following after I'm following in the footsteps of like some great men.
And tell us about District 6 and the Veteran Sound Clash that you were part of.
Bedouin Sound Clash, District 6. My boy Dave Yannette, he created District 6 Music. That used to be a label that was home to myself, Zaki Ibrahim, Toomey in the Volume, 340 Mill, and a slew of other artists, Canadian and worldwide. Now Dave Yannette is working with Bedouin Sound Clash. Bedouin Sound Clash being Eon St. Clair and Jay Milanowski. Jay Milanowski right now has a solo record coming out, and Bedouin is working with King Britt on their new follow-up album. But yeah, those dudes are homies. Like again, through the quest of working in the industry, you meet some people, you meet people in and out. You definitely see the same people. Sometimes you might not ever speak to them, but when you do, sometimes you have like that, obviously those things in common. So those are dudes that I stayed in touch with, and we have a common goal and interest in music.
And you also are a DJ for Rich Kid, and featuring on the brand new Volume 4 mixtape. Tell us a little more about that and what it's like to work with Rich Kid.
Well, Rich Kid, he's a phenomenal artist. Like I say, he's next. Like everybody's on the Drake buzz right now. I believe Rich Kid is the next dude. He's a talented producer and MC. Like, he's ill with rhymes and ill on beats. So, just out of like admiration for the music, we found each other. He heard about me, I had heard about him a few years ago. We actually spoke for the first time, exchanged numbers. He sought after me recently, being serious about looking for me to be his DJ. And from there, yeah, now we're taking it seriously. Like, we're actually roommates right now. We're like really looking to create that bond. Looking at it on some like new Eric B and Rakim sort of vibes. So look out for the mixtape, Volume 4. We on some Rich Kid shit. Volume 4 is out right now. I'm on the song called Pour Out the Whole Bottle, which is like the second last song on the record. And yeah, in the future you should see some music produced by Rich Kid, or maybe possibly an album, Rich Kid Nana album, who knows. But just stay on lookout, and hopefully, you know, the people at Live Vision, and hopefully get into a worldwide tour, you know, hopefully sooner than later, you know. But yeah, look out, keep tuned. Rich Kid is working with a bunch of people, like most notably recognized for his track for Chaos, Wish I Knew Natalie Portman. That's one of his tracks that's been buzzing a lot right now for him.
And tell us about Nneka.
Nneka, she's a West African artist from Nigeria who just recently was in Toronto. I was lucky enough to be DJing for that event, myself and Eon St. Clair, the people at Pirates Blend. Pirates Blend being Bedouin's newest label. She was down promoting her new record. And yeah, touring. She's been touring the States and North America right now. So yeah, I'm out in Vancouver right now. It's Wednesday. It's Friday. It's like that. That's how crazy it's been lately. It's Friday, and on Tuesday in Toronto, I was DJing for her. So yeah, and last night we had a party. Whatever maybe you're gonna ask me about that, so I don't want to rush. Stick to the program.
And working with Live Vision Management, how's that going for you?
I've known Garrett for a while now. Garrett is he also works with Dio and North Star Entertainment, which is Dio's label, his company. I met Garrett. Garrett has worked as a road manager, tour manager, merch dude on the road for us. So I'm kind of familiar with his pedigree, and like I said earlier, we have a common interest. Like, I know what he's trying to do in terms of his overall goal in the music industry, in the Canadian music industry. All artist management relationships are rocky, but like it's all in the effort of like getting to what, like, you know, achieving a goal. So like, you know, everybody has their ups and downs, but at the end of the day, Live Vision, they're on some shit, man. They're doing some stuff that not a lot of Canadian management companies maybe have the energy to do, like, in all honesty, like, or they might not necessarily have the know-how around it. But yeah, people should be like, I've noticed a lot of artists out of Vancouver recently have been taking notice to what they're doing, and they're getting on board. So I know there's some stuff that they got cooking for the rest of 2010 and beyond.
And how long have you been DJing for?
Doing it right, like sounding good. Sounding good in DJing? Sounding good in DJing, probably maybe around 17, 18. That's when I was sounding good. That's when I was right. When I was doing it proper. But like, when I first started DJing, it was probably when I was around 13. I'm 30 now. So yeah, I've been doing it for a minute. From roller skating rinks, DJing at roller skating rinks, to high school dances, to, I don't know if you guys out here had like YMCA dances, or like just like normal little community centers that have like a Friday night little dance party sort of thing, to school, like, yeah, I mentioned already, like working in school, like going to high school and DJing in school dances, to working for production companies that their job is like to go across the country and to DJ for special events, to DJing for artists, and to being an event coordinator as such, like where I create my own events. So yeah, like, and can't forget mixtapes and all, and like opportunities. One artist by the name of Mookie Morris, who's now signed to Sony, but he was a Canadian Idol. He had me spin like scratch on Canadian Idol, and I don't think there was any other DJ in the country that's ever been on Canadian Idol. So like, you know, like those opportunities all have come from the years put in. So yeah, probably 17, 16 was when I was doing it properly, but it officially was 13 when I started. It was 13.